Wind's kind of blowing, the field kind of faces southwest. The wind is kind of blowing out of the, I would call it the south, so kind of blowing across the field. But a beautiful, I would call it, sunny night so far. So I know there's rain in the forecast for later on the evening, but we obviously have plenty of sunshine right now. So the Tigers are finishing their warm-ups here, doing their infield, outfield. Schuyler County Rams has already completed theirs, so we might as well go through the starting lineups for our Kirksville Tigers tonight. Leading off for the Tigers, doing the pitching, is number 1, Carson Kelly. Batting second, playing left field, number 14, Corbin Denslow. Batting third for the Tigers, left-handed right fielder, Maddox Jackson. Doing the cleaning up for the Tigers tonight is the catcher, Keegan Wayner. In the 5-hole for the Tigers is the third baseman, Kyle White. In the 6-hole, the second baseman, number 6, Sam Snyder. Number 7, batting 7th, the first baseman, Ryan Showers. Batting 8th is the center fielder, Camden Perry. And rounding off the lineup for the Tigers tonight is number 12, the shortstop, Pickett Lyons. So Kelly Denslow Jackson, Wayner White Snyder, Showers Perry Lyons is your lineup for your Tigers tonight. So last time up here, Dennis, I know you weren't up here joining us, but good game. Went 8 innings. Unfortunately, the Tigers got walked off in the bottom of the 8th by the home team, Schuyler County, but not to make excuses or anything like that. The Tigers played really well, but this is a junior varsity team playing a very good varsity team. So,
Absolutely. Schuyler County's had a lot of good teams over the years, and this year's no exception, but what an excellent opportunity for the junior varsity to get in some valuable game experience tonight, tomorrow night, and then with the junior varsity doubleheader on Wednesday in Myra. So 3 games in a row. Good experience for the junior varsity.
Well, and as we know, I think the Tigers are carrying 26 players on their roster this year. So a big roster for varsity and junior varsity games. So it's always nice to get in another extra game to where, our junior varsity, which it also includes the freshmen as well too. So good opportunity tonight for the Tigers to maybe come out with a victory tonight. So
absolutely, there's only 4 seniors graduating, but those are 4 major seniors, so there are some big holes that are going to have to be filled, and this is kind of the proving ground to see who is going to be able to step up and fill those holes.
Obviously, be playing on the field for us next year. So
next 3 days.
Yeah, because as the umpires come out to home plate, coaches are making their way out to home plate for the meeting, exchanging lineups, formalities. Kind of going over the ground rules here at Schuyler County Field. But it'll be interesting to see because tomorrow night the junior varsity Tigers take on the Green City Gophers. Pardon me. So 2 teams, very experienced, upperclassmen laden, and have had a lot of success in the past few years. So definitely with Schuyler County, they've been in the state playoffs, so it'll be a good test. And obviously we'll be bringing that to you live tomorrow night too from Tiger Field in Kirksville. So Palmyra, again, pretty young, coached by I think I said this on Saturday, coached by a Tiger Hall of Famer. I think that's just competition in general. But really good game the other night. Hopefully we can cut down on a few walks, but I'm not trying to be critical or anything. But, I think having Kelly out, get some varsity experience here for the Tigers will hopefully give the Tigers a chance to get ahead on the
team. Wayner. Batting fifth, number 20, Kyle Weiss. The shortstop, batting second, number 1, Elliot Summits. On the mound, batting third, number 35, Connor Smith. At third base, batting fourth, number 7, Gage Bromell. In left field, batting fifth, number 30, Lathan Martin. In right field, batting sixth, number 44, Brody Weaver. The first baseman, batting seventh, number 14, Cohen Meade. At second base, batting eighth, number 4, Mason Windy. And playing center field, batting ninth, number 23, Eddie Berry. Now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Attention baseball fans, tonight is the last night to purchase tickets for the baseball raffle. We will be raffling a rag quilt made by Virginia Thomas, who is Connor Smith's grandmother, featuring custom embroidery from Brenda Ashland. Tickets are $5 each, or 5 tickets for $20. Please see Darla Beach in the stands to get your raffle tickets.
So the pregame festivities have ended with the playing of the national anthem.
And the barbecue is wafting over here. It's going to be a very difficult game to do, Shane.
So if I hear you say hamburger a couple times, I'll get the clue.
That's correct. That's correct. Well, what a beautiful facility. First time I've ever been here. I believe this is only their second or third year of having this facility, but what a beautiful, beautiful facility.
Yes.
Attention kids of all ages.
100% turf here on the baseball field and softball field. So
a bounty on all foul balls. If you get a foul ball and take it to the concession stand, you will get a piece of bubble gum.
there you go.
There you go.
I may have to
That's
relinquish
right.
my duties, and they did say kids though, Dennis.
Yes.
So I may not qualify even if I do get a foul ball.
Right.
But, I may try. I may push the envelope.
Yeah,
so.
maybe the adults get hamburgers or something.
Yes. I think you'd see a lot of fights
That's
in
right.
foul territory,
That's right.
Dennis. So Connor Smith, the starting pitcher for the Rams. So we have a senior battery with Connor Smith at pitching, and Cale Wendy at catcher. So Carson Kelly steps in, waits the first pitch. Delivery is called strike. Strike one.
Only in high school will you see a pitcher leading off, which just shows you the athletic ability of Carson Kelly.
Definitely. Kelly hits the ball right back up the middle. Shortstop Sevitz comes over, gathers up the ball, and throws Kelly out at first for out number one. So next up for the Tigers, the left fielder, junior Corbin Denslow. Denslow, as of late, has been seeing some varsity time, playing junior varsity to get some at-bats. The speed down the first base line beats out the throw for an infield single.
Yeah, the speed of Denslow is what made that hit possible.
Now batting number 18,
Definitely.
Johnson.
You know, the old saying, hit it hard and run fast. So definitely that was the case in that situation. So first base, 1 out here in the top of the first.
And Tigers so far are being very aggressive at the plate. They're going right after the first pitch.
Count here. So baseman Mead for out number 2.
Now batting number 20, Kyle White.
So runners at second and third with 2 out. Up next for the Tigers, number 20, the third baseman, Kyle White.
And Kyle's another one of those experience and just an excellent all-around athlete.
Definitely. First offering from Smith, low, ball 1. So I think that's one thing, you know, the more at-bats that you see, the more patient you become. So next pitch is fouled off into the dirt, kind of into Wendy for strike 1, so the count is even. Next pitch from Smith. Waved at by White for strike 2. Looked like he kind of changed speeds on Kyle, so Kyle kind of got crossed up on that pitch. So White behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch on, fouled back, directly back, kind of skips off Wendy. That remains the same at 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Wendy goes out to Smith. I think it might have caught the umpire as well too. So as courtesy by catchers. Corner there on Snyder, trying to get into chase, but Snyder does not help out the pitcher there. Next pitch, almost in the same location, low and outside. So Snyder ahead in the count here, 2 balls, 1 strike. So
hey, look for it right
hitter's
there.
count here for Snyder. Smith winds, delivers. Hit hard. Unfortunately, right at shortstop, who was moving towards second base, right into his glove. His momentum carries him towards second base. He touches second for out number 3. So
bases loaded. Tigers lead the bases loaded. 1 walk, 2 hits. We head to the bottom of the first with no score.
Again, good opportunities there for the Tigers with a few walks there, and the Tigers are putting the ball into play. It's just it's baseball sometimes, Dennis, and sometimes the ball ends a fielder. So
absolutely,
Snyder did a good job there putting the ball into play. Just unfortunate that the shortstop there kind of ranged over and gathered it up. So again,
as I said last week, baseball is a game of positioning. If you have the players in the right place, it doesn't matter how hard you hit the ball or how softly you hit the ball.
So some field dimensions here for you.
Teams like Paris and
Scotland County, maybe?
Scotland County.
Putnam County.
Putnam County. And there's also some teams on over, so there's quite a bit of travel involved, but these are all teams that have rich baseball histories. So
I will give you a little information about Scotland. Record is 13.
Now batting number 0, Kyle.
Hard to center field.
The hit sounds kind of solid. But
yes. So Kelly's first offering to number 1, Elliott Sevitz. Strike 1. Again, Kelly's next delivery. Breaking pitch. Kind of confused Sevitz there. Kind of checked his swing, but went through. So Kelly here ahead in the count. 0 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch, breaking pitch.
Look good. Dear God.
So next pitch taken for ball 1. Kelly delivers. Swung on. Chopper 2/3.
Oh my.
Looks at Wendy at second base. Makes the throw over. The throw is high.
Number 35, Connor Smith.
To Ryan Showers. Unfortunately, the throw was high. Pulls Showers off the bag. So Wendy advances to third. And Sevitz reaches on a error. So we got runners at the corners here. Nobody out.
Bottom of the first.
Kelly checks on runner Sevitz. Sevitz dives back into first base safely. Sevitz getting his lead to the cut. Straddles the cut. He got far off enough for Kelly to look over there and make a throw over. But Sevitz reaches safely back to first. So Kelly comes set. Delivers the pitch. Pitch is up. Thrown to second baseman, so there was a little bit of a play on there. Pardon me. Snyder kind of cuts the ball off and looks towards base to see if Wendy is breaking home. Next pitch to Connor Smith. It's taken for a ball low. So Sevitz winds up moving to second. So runners at second and third. So next offering, struck hard over right fielder Jackson's head for a ground rule double.
Now batting number 7, Gage Brownell.
So the Tigers quickly get behind here on the scoreboard. Schuyler County 2, Kirksville Tigers nothing.
Still no one out.
Still no one out. First delivery to Brownell. Called strike 1. Smith at second gets his lead. Delivery to Brownell. Breaking pitch. Bounces for a ball. So the count is 1-1. So Kelly doing a really good job here. Just fortunately is leaving a few balls over the plate here. And Schuyler County is taking advantage of the opportunity and having some real nice base hits here early.
Yeah, Schuyler County definitely knows what they're doing out there at the plate. Up there at the plate, I should
So
say.
Kelly spins and throws at runner Smith on second. Next pitch. Breaking ball. Outside. So Brownell here ahead in the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner on second. Nobody out. Next pitch. Fastball in for a strike. So Kelly evens up the count here. Next pitch. Little inside, maybe low for ball 3. So the count is full here. Kelly comes set. Pitch is fouled off. Out of play down the first base line. So the count remains the same at full. So Kelly steps off here. Back on the rubber now for the Tigers. Ball's put back into play. Next pitch, Kelly. A little low. Ball 4. So Brownell draws a walk here.
Number 30, Wilson.
No one out. Schuyler County had 2-0. As Carter's pitching well, but he's running into, as you said, a few pitches out there and not getting some calls.
Next pitch. Ball is down for ball 1. So Martin, the hitter for the Rams, steps back in the box after he calls time. Kelly delivers. Ball's down, bounces in front of the plate. Wayner does a nice job of sliding over to deaden the ball, keep it in front of him.
Excellent block.
Excellent block. Two balls, no strikes. Next offering from Kelly is fouled off hard right over Schuyler County's dugout, which is down the first base line. So Kelly gets a strike there. So the count is now 2 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch down for 3 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch, up, fouled off, out of play, down the right field line.
Yeah, and we're very thankful for that, because had that ball fair, at least 1, if not 2 runners would have most likely scored.
So the count is now full. Next pitch from Kelly bounces in front of the plate for ball 4. So the bases are now loaded.
Now batting number 44, Brody Weaver.
So it looks like Coach Allen is going to come out here and make a visit to Kelly. Bases are loaded. Nobody out.
Settle Kelly down a little bit, get his rhythm back.
Definitely.
Relax and breathe.
Well, and I think you kind of mentioned it a little bit, Dennis. You know, sometimes when the zone isn't exactly what you hope it would be, these are high school kids, and so they can maybe feel like they need to leave a ball right down the middle to get a called strike, and unfortunately, you know, get hit. And so I think Coach Allen, being the baseball coach that he is, just goes out and just tries to settle everybody down a little bit here. So Brody Weaver for the Rams steps up to the plate. Brody, a sophomore. Next offering by Kelly is low for ball 1. Next pitch taken for strike 1. So the count is now even here.
Excellent pitch by Kelly.
Yeah, definitely. He's still trying to stay at the bottom of the zone. Next pitch fouled off straight back.
Good job, Carson. Not away,
So
kid.
Carson gets ahead in the count here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bases are loaded.
1 strike away from getting out of this.
So I think as a pitcher, you know, you try to get ground balls. So the best way to get ground balls is to keep the ball low. So Kelly just now trying to figure out the umpire's zone. Breaking pitch. Beautiful breaking pitch. Called strike 3. So Kelly gets him a strikeout there. Strikeout by looking. So for those of you scoring at home, that is what we call a backwards K. So next up for the Rams, first baseman Colin Mead. Played a really nice first base last week when we were up here. Next pitch by Kelly, fastball up. Meade tried to check his swing but did not, and was run up by the umpire. So Carson doing a good job of getting ahead in the count here. Next pitch from Kelly. Right down the middle, nice fastball. Strike 2 called.
Yeah, Carson's definitely not giving up. He's out there throwing strikes, getting ahead.
Battling,
yes.
Nice
absolutely.
pitch, breaking pitch. Chopper hit to second baseman Snyder. Rattles out of his glove. So 1 run comes across in the air.
Number 4, Mason Windy.
Snyder tries to backhand the ball there, which it was hit to his right-hand side, but unfortunately the ball just squirts out of his glove. Next pitch, breaking pitch. Chopper to shortstop Lyons. Caught by Snyder on second, but Snyder's throw on the turn sails wide of Showers the first baseman.
Now batting number 23.
So
Eddie Berry.
2-run score on the error. So, but an out is recorded. So, score now is Schuyler County Rams 5, Kirksville Tigers nothing. First offering to the next Schuyler County batter is taken for strike 1. Kelly delivers. Ball a little outside. So the count is now even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on first base. Kelly comes set. Delivers the pitch. Swung on. Fouled off. So Kelly ahead in the count here. 1 balls, 2 strikes, Dennis. So ahead in the count. Down to the, this is the 9-hole hitter for the Rams. So this is a place to make it out.
Yeah,
Delivery.
Carson definitely has to start.
Swung on. Fouled into foul territory. Showers comes over. Ball falls into his glove, rattles out. So a missed opportunity there for the Tigers. But Kelly's still ahead in the count here, Dennis. So let's hope that doesn't come back to bite the Tigers.
Right.
Kelly comes set, delivers, runner goes. Ball taken low and inside. So the count is now even at balls, 2 strikes. Runner moves to second base. Kelly delivers, breaking pitch up. Count is now full. Kelly delivers, ball chopped into the dirt. Kelly gathers up. Obviously, you don't want to see that many runs given up in any inning. But the positive thing is that it was in the first inning, so we've got a lot of ball game to play here, and hopefully the Tigers, like they did in the first top half of the first inning, get some runners on. But hopefully we can get some runners across here in this game or in this inning, and hopefully kind of chip away at the lead.
Again, don't forget, this is Schuyler County's varsity team. They are a senior-laden team with a lot of experience.
Definitely.
So this is a huge, huge test for Tiger JV.
And if our Tigers or any high school kid, kind of like myself, Mondays are just kind of different anyways, Dennis.
That's right. That's right.
That's why they call them Mondays.
Yes, it is.
So leading off for the Tigers in the top half of the second inning will be Camden Perry, Ryan Showers.
Now batting, number 19,
Ryan Showers, Camden
Showers.
Perry, and then Beckett Lyons. So 7, 8, 9 for the Tigers coming up here. Showers, a left-handed sophomore, playing first base for the Tigers. Done a nice job here his second year for the Kirksville team. Swung on, fisted off, kind of a Texas leaguer. Ball falls in for a single. So, again, just like what we talked about here in between innings, Tigers get a runner on base with nobody out. Hopefully they can do some damage here. So, next up for the Tigers, the center fielder, number 3, sophomore Camden Perry.
Yeah, the Tigers continue to be aggressive at the plate, going out first pitch and finding some success there.
Definitely. So ready for Smith's next offering. Smith checks on, runner Showers, back in safely. Kind of a flip check. I've seen that throw many a time from Tanner Ferguson, but Tanner, being a left-hander, doesn't have to turn and throw across his body, so pretty nice move by Smith there, but Showers slides back in safely to first base.
Tiger base runners are very skilled. They're not going to get picked off for being caught with too big of a lead.
Smith's next offering to Camden Perry is up for ball 1. Next pitch, hit, pop fly, sailing towards right center, just out of reach of the center fielder for the Rams. So very nice piece of hitting there by Camden Perry for a single, which moves Showers. Showers was on his horse and moves from first to third. So we have runners at the corners.
1 out.
No out.
No out as we have the 9th place hitter comes to bat in the person of
Beckett Lyons.
Beckett Lyons.
So Beckett Lyons, younger brother of junior Ryder Lyons for the Tigers. So this is interesting. Ryder Lyons is number 21. Beckett Lyons is number 12. So just flip the 1 and the 2 around. Beckett swinging at the first offering. Foul straight back into the net for strike 1. Smith gets the ball back, comes to the mound, looks for a sign from Wendy, comes set from the stretch, ball called strike. So Schuyler County had the cutoff play. Perry delay steal. It's thrown down to second base, cut off by the second baseman to check on the runner from third. Showers does not go. So Camden Perry in safely at second base. Next offering from Smith to Lyons. Taken for a ball, so count as 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners at second and third and nobody out. Next pitch swung on, fouled back underneath Wendy's glove. So the count remains the same at ball, 2 strikes.
Lions up there battling. Big opportunity here.
Well, definitely, you know, with 2 strikes on you and Lions being our leadoff hitter, Carson Kelly.
With the chance to help himself here.
Yes, definitely. First was a ball from Smith. Second pitch fouled off straight back into the net for strike 1, so the count is now even to Mr. Kelly. Next offering from Smith, taken, low and outside for ball 2. So Kelly ahead in the count here. Ball is chopped. Ball rolls foul, about halfway down the third base line. For strike 2, so the count is now even. Two balls, strikes, and 2 outs. So, as you would hear shouting from the dugout, a lot of the times, do it with 2s is kind of the saying here.
Right.
Kelly calls time, steps out of the box here. Gathers himself, gets back in the box. Smith gets his sign, starts his delivery. Ball is hit, line drive, scooped up by center fielders. Center fielder was coming in on the ball, but ball bounces in front of the center fielder, so Carson Kelly helps himself out here with a RBI single. So the Tigers are now on the board.
Trailing 5-1.
But again, like we said in between innings there, chip away, you know. Takes 1 first.
Yes.
Next pitch by Denslow is hit hard past a diving second baseman, Wendy. Rattles all the way to the outfield fence for a stand-up triple for Mr. Denslow. So hit the ball hard. Like I said, shot past a diving Wendy for a triple. So again, chipping away at the lead, Dennis.
Yeah, right there you start seeing the momentum switch.
And I think it was only a matter of time. We were making contact in the first inning.
Right.
And
we were just hitting the ball
right to
people. Now we're getting the ball through the hole, balls through holes, and we're seeing the effects of that.
Well, definitely, and finding barrels, I think that's the most important thing. We were kind of a little bit off as far as our timing goes at the plate in the first inning, but here in the second inning, it looks like we may have found it. So next up, batter for the Tigers was Maddox Jackson. Hits a chopper, hard hit chopper, to second baseman who gathers up the ball and throws out Jackson at first base. So through an inning and a half, the Tigers scratched and crossed a couple runs there and almost cut the lead in half.
As it is now 5-2 as we head into the bottom of the second. Those last half innings have lasted for so long I lost track of the game. But now it's important for Carson Kelly to go out and establish himself and keep the momentum on our side of the field.
Definitely. Well, Dennis, I'm going to call in relief announcer here for just a second, as Rodney Snyder will take over for a little bit here.
Well, we're going to rely on Dennis a lot. You know,
He's the glue.
he's the glue.
He's the glue.
All right. Dennis, my friend, how are you?
I'm great, Rodney. Good to have you with us.
New pitcher on the mound, Maddox Jackson, but we're the same everywhere else. Fly ball to left center field. Bounces over. Center field, under a double.
Schuyler County batting went after the first pitch.
Right after.
Now batting number 1, Elliot Summit.
Seems like we need to get some of the. Ball one in the dirt. Foul ball out of play.
Evens the count at 1-1.
Ball off to the right towards the parking lot. Fly ball, left field. Deep fly. And Perry camps under it. Gets it into the shortstop. The runner at second base.
Now batting number 35, Connor Smith.
For the most part, Maddox is filling up the zone.
Yeah, the Schuyler County hitters are very aggressive, so.
Taken for a call. Second straight. Oh, two's the count. Hanging curveball. Base hit to left field. Left fielder throws him to second base. Snyder sets the home.
Now batting number 7, Gage Bruno.
Just one out.
Just the one out. First and third, one out. Maddox. Jackson.
Yeah, I know Chris.
Check the runner at first base. Now comes home. Called a ball. Little high. 1-0 count. Runner going. Throw down from the catcher was Sam Snyder with the fake. Throw goes on through and they catch the runner jogging.
Yeah, just a beautiful, beautiful play.
That was a great one. Well second out. Carson Kelly with a good tag there. We have a one-on-one count with 2 outs. Pitch was just inside. 2-1 the count. 2 outs. Nobody holding the runner on third. Foul ball. Foul ball to the right.
So it's 2-2. Tigers are one pitch away from getting out without any runs being scored and keeping the momentum on their side.
A little flare. Right center field. Lake Mine. 3 out.
So the Rams leave a runner stranded on third, and we head to the top of the third with the first Schuyler County 5, Kirksville 2. But in that last half inning, that pickoff of Schuyler County runner,
It was well done. A lot of times the second baseman will sneak across and cut it, trying to catch that runner going on. And on this particular case, the second baseman cut across, faked the catch, it went right on through in the air to the shortstop to holding the runner at third because of the play.
Yeah, and that runner, holding that runner at third was obviously very important, and we have a chance to continue to chip away at the lead.
Kind of right back in it now. Get a little something going.
I know. That's why I'm angry. Just in case.
4 errors in the bottom of the first. Probably would have got away with maybe just 3 runs if we could have. That's why you do come up with a couple of those runs.
Yeah, we came out a little bit tight, perhaps a little bit over aggressive. As we said earlier in the game, lost to these guys last week in a very dramatic fashion. So we definitely had something to prove and may come out a little bit overexcited.
Now batting number 16, Tegan Wiener.
Down and away. A little off-speed pitch of some sorts. Down and away out of the zone. Also, second pitch is also outside. Smith is dropping down to a little bit of sidearm. Ball sailing on it. That pitch is called a ball 3 against Wayne.
So 3 quick balls on our catcher. Schuyler County pitcher working quickly, but not finding the strike zone.
Very quickly. He does throw pitch 4 for a strike, bringing the count to 3 to 1. 3 to 1. High and tight on ball 4. Catcher Wayner.
So our leadoff runner on. Good start.
Number 20, Kyle White.
Kyle White, batter. We are going to run for our catcher. Number 8. Running for catcher Wayner. I don't have my program. Yeah, I know that. I'll think. Oh, Chase Lee. That's it. Chase Lee is the runner at first base. Nobody out. Smith checks on Lee. Throw to first. Back in time. Smith drops down sidearm and throws it. 0-1 against White. That pitch was a rollover, ground ball to shortstop. Second baseman dropped it. And it's called an out on the play. So Kyle White safe at first base. We have 1 out now. Now batting is Sam Snyder.
What's that?
Runner at first, Kyle White, just the 1 out. Sam looks at strike 1. White, a short lead at first base.
Yeah.
Snyder takes a ball low. Catcher throws down the first, trying to catch White with a backdoor pickoff. White is back in safe. Snyder evens the count 1-4. 1 out.
Catcher trying to return the favor, but not able to catch White off base.
Snyder with a 1 hop back to the pitcher. Pitcher throws it into center field.
Now batting number 19, Ryan
At
Schuyler.
first and second. Snyder in first and second. Now batting for the Tigers is first baseman Ryan Schuyler.
So we got to make him pay for that error. That what could have been an easy play turned into a base runner for Kirksville. So we had to capitalize on that.
Hodgepodge and kept throwing the ball around. Ball bounces away from the catcher. Quite far enough. He got about 1/3 of the way, went back. Snyder was about 2/3 of the way. He went back. He threw the ball to second to get away from it. Got it all straightened back out. Brian Showers tapper back to the pitcher. Throwing to third. Out at third.
Good play by the pitcher to get that runner at third.
Whirled around.
Now at number 3, Campbell Perry.
Kyle White is out at third base. Now batting is Perry center fielder number 3.
So runners on first and second.
Snyder Showers.
At first with 2 out.
Pitch looked pretty good. Must have been off the outside. Called the ball 1 and out. You gotta be in a hurry. Perry way out in front of an awesome pitch from Swartz. Makes it 1 and 0. Snyder with a big lead also. Perry takes that ball down low, off the curve. 2-1. Cam gets the ball up and hang up in that high fly ball left. That is the third out.
So the Tigers leave 2 on base, but a very good, some very good base running, and we into the bottom of the third with Kirksville still trailing Schuyler County 5-2.
My pleasure. I'm going to give you back to
Good to have you with us, Rodney. Thank you so much for your help.
Thank you, Rodney, for coming in and filling in. I guess we're doing the, what do they call it, chicken dance?
Yes, something like
That's
that.
what it's called, played at many a wedding here.
I'm too old for such things, so I wouldn't.
Maybe there was a wedding that I didn't get the invitation to.
No, it wouldn't be the first time for me.
Exactly.
It won't be the last either.
Yes.
You know, weddings and funerals are very similar because either way your life is over as you know it.
Exactly. Well, except for my life.
Right.
My life got better after I got
That's right. So we add to the top of the third,
So definitely,
or bottom of the third, I should say.
Dennis, the Tigers are getting opportunities every inning. So I think,
Now batting
keep
number
working like we
30,
have.
Lathan Martin.
Not even further. So
Schuyler County with a huge base running blunder in the last inning. We just weren't able to capitalize on it. Got some craft.
second offering from Jackson. Thrown ball 2. So Martin ahead here is the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Nobody out. Here, bottom of the third inning. Next pitch swung on a miss. Great pitch there by Jackson. It looked like Martin there wanted to score a 3-run homer with nobody on.
Yeah, it's what we call a Sunday swing, and sometimes you are a little bit too aggressive.
So next pitch from Jackson, taken for a ball. Martin steps out. Appears he may have something in his eye. I can't really tell. His back is to us, so I don't know if he wears contacts or what's going on here.
But the wind is blowing, and there's probably some particles blowing around. So
definitely, that is one.
playing on a turf field. Pieces of rubber fly up, a skip ball or something of that nature where
if somebody catches a spike, there could be any number of.
Definitely. So Martin is back in the box here. Waits the next pitch. Ball's low and inside. Taking for ball 4, so Martin draws a walk here.
Now batting number 44, Brody Weaver.
Next up for the Rams. 44, Brody Weaver. Runner on first base. Nobody out.
Bottom of the third, 5-2. Schuyler.
So Weaver squares the bunt, pops the ball up. That extends in the pitcher with the reflexes. Comes down off the mound, comes over, makes the catch. Martin was going on contact almost 2/3 of the way to second base by the time Jackson off fly. So Jackson has the double play there for the Tigers. So
excellent reflexes by Jackson in the second inning. That Schuyler's being kind of a base running error. We have to make them pay for those.
So Jackson back on the mound here, throws 2 quick balls to number 14, Meade, first baseman. Next offering. Looks like Jackson's working a little quickly here.
Yeah,
He needs to kind of settle down.
slow down a little bit. A little bit overhyped, perhaps.
Yes. Getting a double play kind of amps you up a little
Absolutely.
bit. Next offering, Meade. Taking for strike 1, obviously with the 3-0 count, I would assume Meade would have the red light there.
Now batting number 4, Mason Windy.
Wendy sticks out and flips it foul, so nice job there by the younger Wendy.
Yeah, just to stay alive and keep the battle going.
Yeah, definitely. Something you want to see out of a hitter regardless. Roller hit to third base. White gathers up the ball. Throws the ball over. He was deep behind third base when he got the ball.
Now batting number 23, Eddie Berry.
Mason Wendy, about as fast as his older brother Cale, beats out the throw for an infield single. So the Rams have something cooking here with the runners on second and first, 2 out. First pitch by Jackson, taken up for a ball. Next off.
Another chance for Kirksville to chip into the as we head to the top of the fourth, with Kirksville trailing Schuyler County 5-2. It's interesting, Shane, the Rams have really cost themselves a couple of runs the last couple of innings with some not very good training.
Yeah, and I think, obviously we've talked about this before in previous games here recently. We are winding down here in the season, so you'd like to be playing your best baseball as it comes into District A, and with a team probably looming like Putnam County, the Rams are definitely going to have to, figure some things out before they go into district play.
They are a very aggressive team, but there's also such thing as being too aggressive.
Yes, and I think you try to, when you have several seniors on your squad, you try to let those seniors play ball because they've been playing probably, in a Class 2 school like Schuyler County is. You try to let your players play and do those types of things. But again, the Rams here to our favor, could have gotten a few more runs. So
it almost looks like the Rams are pressing a little bit too much, and that's kind of surprising because you would think from their perspective they would think, well, we beat these guys last week, and this is Kirksville's JV team, so we can just relax and do our actually of the field, and sometimes it's costing them a little bit, which we need to make sure that we are able to capitalize on.
So we do have a new pitcher for the Rams, number 30 Martin, is on the mound, and we do have a new batter for the Kirksville Tigers, Lake Meyer. So Lake Meyer quickly falls behind. 0 balls, 2 strikes. Lake, a freshman for the Tigers here, left-handed hitter, good outfielder. Next pitch, swung on and missed for a swinging strike out for the Tigers. So now we're back to the top of the order here, Dennis.
Carson Kelly.
Carson Kelly.
Carson Kelly, I think, seeing the ball pretty well tonight.
Yes.
Hitting the ball well, so see if he can get back on base. He does exactly that. Hits a sinking liner into shallow right center field. Brody Weaver, the right fielder, comes over and catches the ball on the bounce and throws it into second base, but not before Mr. Kelly reaches base on a single.
Yeah, the speed of Carson Kelly definitely came into play there as he was able to beat that out.
So Martin steps off the rubber to check on Kelly. Kelly gets a nice lead here. Ball is up to the number 2 hole hitter, left fielder Corbin Denslow. Corbin Denslow hit an absolute rocket last time at bat for a stand-up triple. So let's see if Mr. Denslow still has some magic in the bat.
Pitcher's going to have to be careful not to pay too much attention to Kelly over at first.
Next pitch, a breaking pitch. Ball 2, so Denslow ahead in the count here. Martin was the starting pitcher last Monday against the Tigers here, so they've definitely seen him. Next pitch from Martin to Denslow was taken low and outside for ball 3, so Corbin Denslow here way ahead in the count here, 3 balls and no strikes.
Should get something to hit here.
Windy.
Yeah, Martin's kind of misplaced the strike zone temporarily.
Next pitch, swung on, popped up. Infield fly. The base umpire does point up in the air. For those of you scoring at home, you do not have to call the infield fly. All you have to do is make the signal. But he does call infield fly, so Jackson is out. So still runners at first and second base. Brings up
2 out.
Yes. Brings up the catcher Keegan Wayner. Wayner, the cleanup hitter, doing a really good job this year putting the ball into play for the Tigers. His first offering from Martin is taken outside for ball 1.
And with the speed we have on the bases right now, that's where we need to put the ball in play.
Next pitch, up, a little outside for ball 2. So Wayner ahead in the count here. Kind of has his choice of pitches here to go for. Next offering from Martin, low and in, or low and away for ball 3. So Wayner here, way ahead in the count.
You would think that he would get something to hit here.
Wayner.
Oh my.
Next pitch, up in the zone, but called strike 1.
Some question about that pitch.
Martin took a little bit off the pitch, so maybe the speed fooled the umpire a little bit.
Perhaps.
Martin starts his windup, delivers, ball is outside, thrown it. So called for a strike. That ball was even higher than the last strike that he called. Wendy catches the ball, throws it down to try to pick off the stealing runner, Kelly. Throws it out into left field. Ball goes past the third baseman, so the Tigers do get a run across there on the throwing error by Wendy.
One of those plays where he tried to do a little bit too much. So he just left well enough alone.
So next pitch by Martin, taken for ball 4. So Wayner does a really nice job there of drawing a walk. So we have runners on second and first with 2 out. A run across for the Tigers here in
It's
the
now 5-3 game.
5-3.
Come on, Kyle.
So courtesy runner for catcher Wayner. Next offering to Kyle White. Popped up into right field. Brody Weaver comes over to his right and makes the catch for out number 3. So through 3.5 innings, the score is Schuyler County 5, Kirksville Tigers 3.
Schuyler County should feel very lucky that it's not more runs were scored there than there were, because the opportunities were certainly there.
Well, and definitely, I think you could probably say that about both teams now, Dennis. Some missed opportunities by both squads here to either get ahead. So
Tickets are $5 each, or 5 tickets for $20.
Seems to have cooled slightly.
yeah, definitely. We've got some clouds moving in. Obviously, chance of rain tonight. I think by most forecasts I've been reading, it's supposed to happen later on.
Right. Number 0, Kyle Whitney.
Jackson back out on the mound for the Tigers here. He's going to have to deal with the 1, 2, 3 hitters for the Rams here in the bottom of the 4th. So Jackson starts his windup here, goes from the stretch. First offering is high and outside for ball 1. Jackson comes set, delivers, swung on, fouled straight back into the net. I saw a few fans jump. They're sitting in the stands behind home plate. So count is now even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch from Jackson. Bounces. Wayner does a nice job of moving to his left to come over and corral the ball.
Yeah, he's done an excellent job blocking today. Excellent job of catching.
Pitch from Jackson. Taken for a ball. So Jackson behind in the count here. Next pitch. Hit hard, chopper to shortstop Kelly. Moves to his right, gathers up the ball and makes a really quick strike. Over to first baseman Showers for out number 1. So nice job there of retiring the dangerous leadoff hitter, senior Cale Wendy. Jackson's first delivery to the 2-hole hitter, Elliott, is fouled off, kind of topped the ball, so it bounces back behind him and rattles back to the backstop here for strike 1. Jackson's next delivery, down and inside for ball 1. So the count is now back to even. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. Next pitch, breaking pitch, up in the zone, popped up by Sevitz. Sam Snyder, the second baseman, gets underneath the ball and makes the out.
Now batting number 35.
So
Connor Smith.
two runners, or two batters up, two batters out. So let's see if we can make it a 1-2-3 inning here, Dennis.
I believe it'd be the first time that Schuyler County went down in order.
Definitely. First pitch to pitcher or former pitcher Connor Smith, the senior, swung on and missed for strike one. Next pitch, up, fastball up. Smith
Swing the bat.
No, definitely. And Jackson ahead in the count here. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
The umpire's behind in the count. Jackson.
Next pitch, a little up. Umpire called it out for ball 2. So count is now back to even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on for the Rams. Jackson delivers. Pitch was inside. So Smith, the senior, works the count to full here. Next pitch by Jackson. Nice pitch. And is run up for strike number 3. So
3 up, 3 down. Nobody left on base. 1 hard umpire. We go to the top of the 5th inning with Kirksville trailing Schuyler County by only 2 runs.
So that's one of those times, Dennis, when, we as announcers don't like to say certain things at certain times, particularly if it's something that, the pitcher's the Kirksville pitcher is throwing a no-hitter or something like that.
Right.
There's just some things you dare not speak of while you're
I was
announcing.
actually a little bit concerned when the count went 3-2 because I said chance to send him down in the order for the first time. And
Exactly.
I
So.
thought, well, I may have jinxed that one, but
Well,
it worked out.
And I was waiting to pounce on that, Dennis, if it was wrong. So I was going to elbow you in the ribs and say, don't ever do that again. Martin back on the mound here for the Rams. I think I was told after last game, Martin is a sophomore. He's a good-looking sophomore. Built pretty solid. So...
Yeah, in order for a sophomore to start for a team like this, with a senior-laden lineup, they have to think a lot of him.
Definitely. So
Now batting number 6.
up for the Tigers is 6, 7, 8. For the Tigers, lead off, number 6, Sam Snyder. So Sam digs in here. Martin looks in, gets his sign, starts his windup. First pitch up, ball 1. Snyder back in the box. Martin gets his sign, starts his windup. Bounces the ball in front of home plate. Ball 2. So overcooks that one just a little bit. Martin starts his windup. Finds the very, very, very top of the zone for called strike 1. So here with the hitter's count. Next pitch fouled straight back.
Evens the count at 2-2.
So Snyder knew what he was probably going to get there and did a really nice job of getting the bat on the ball. Just got underneath it just a hair and fouled it straight back into the netting. So even count here to Mr. Snyder. Next pitch. Outside. So very patient Snyder here. Works the count to full.
Yeah, Snyder's showing a good eye up there. He's in there tough.
Snyder chokes up on the bat. Gets ready. Inside pitch. Called. Strike 3.
Not necessarily a good call, but the umpire's been hit twice, knee hurts, and he wants to go home.
I think I did hear somebody start their car, Dennis.
Yeah.
So next up for the
Mrs.
Tigers.
Umpire.
So next up for the Tigers is first baseman Ryan Showers. Takes a ball up for ball 1.
Shaw's has had a good day so far.
Martin's second delivery outside for ball 2. So Showers quickly ahead in the count here. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out. Nobody on. Next pitch down and in for ball 3. So
Martin decided to work quickly, and every time he does that, he throws 3 balls in a row. So,
and I think, honestly, generally speaking, for most high school pitchers, things start going haywire. So next pitch from Martin is taken for ball 4. So Showers draws a 1-out walk, which brings up the center fielder, sophomore number 3, Camden Perry. So Perry digs into the box here, awaits Martin's first offering. Martin looks back at Showers at first. Perry, first pitch swinging, fouls the ball back, out of play, just past the right field side of the screen here at Schuyler County Field.
that makes the count 0-1 on Showers.
Perry.
Excuse me. Showers is on base.
Showers is on first. Who's on first? Perry squares to bunt. Sorry, got tongue-tied there. Showers was getting a pretty healthy lead off first. That was taken for ball 1. Shower beat that out for an infield single anyway. But in that, as Meade, the ball squirts out of Meade's glove, he kind of looks frustrated and doesn't realize that the Showers is moving from second to third. So Showers goes first to third there on an infield single by Perry.
Excellent piece of hitting.
And again, I think that that's a learning lesson for anybody watching at home who plays baseball. The ball's still live, so there is another runner besides the runner that you're trying to get out, and so you always have to keep it on a swivel and make sure that you're trying to limit the damage.
The old expression, never give up on the play.
Never give up on the play. Exactly
that play
right.
was still very much going.
So Blake Meyer, the next bat for the Tigers, takes ball 1 and then squares around and gets another pitch, squares around to bunt on the second offering from Martin and takes another ball. So Meyer head in the count here, 2 balls, no strikes. Meyer squares to bunt. Squares to bunt, lays it down to pitcher Martin. Showers was breaking home on the contact. So Martin heads up play there, throws it to Wendy. Wendy tags out, Showers coming home. So Meyer reaches first on the fielder's choice, but unfortunately Showers is thrown out of home for out number 2.
And that takes us back to the top of the lineup for Mr. Carson Kelly.
So Tigers have runners on first and second, 2 out. And again, just like Dennis said, Carson Kelly up to bat. First offering to Kelly was down the zone, taken for ball 1.
Very few first pitch strikes.
So Martin starts his delivery, hit hard to shortstop. Sevitz gathers up the ball, pats his glove one time, throws over to first base for the fielder's choice, which retires the Tigers. So again, close opportunity there for the Tigers to get another run on the board. Unfortunately, the sophomore Martin pitcher for the Rams makes a really nice play to Wendy, and
very heads-up play keeps Mr. Showers from scoring. Tigers leave 2 on base, and we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. with Schuyler County still ahead 5-3.
Well, so like we said before, Dennis, I mean, you know, we're knocking at the door, everything. Just got to keep knocking.
Yep.
Still 2 more opportunities for the Tigers to do so. So,
absolutely.
Again, we're getting a little late in the game here, but again, Tigers
still
keep
we're only
doing
2
it.
runs down, and we're facing a team that, I keep going back to the Shane. It just seems like to me they are really, really pressing right now.
Yes.
And that really surprises me. Because I get the feeling that Schuyler County is a much better team than what we're seeing on the field today, even though they are leading.
Well, and I think looking back on the first inning, we didn't field the ball extraordinarily cleanly on the field, and the strike zone was a little unfamiliar to our pitchers. So, those 2 things can
Absolutely.
be a deadly recipe. So.
Yeah, Rodney and I talked about that earlier. Those 4 errors in the bottom of the first really kind of turned the momentum Schuyler County's way, and we fought to get it back. But, I'm sure some of the plays sure would love to have back.
Well, and uncharacteristic. Obviously it's high school baseball, and, errors are going to be committed in a game. But unfortunately, those things just stacked up pretty tall. So, so Jackson falls behind the count to Gates Brownell. But Brownell, the third pitch of the at-bat, hits a hard hit ball to shortstop Kelly. Kelly gathered the ball and threw it over to first baseman Schuyler for out number 1. So the leadoff hitter of the bottom of the 5th is retired.
Just to finish that thought, I think Kirksville came out a little bit tight as well. When the game first started, the way that the loss took place last week was devastating, and they wanted to make a statement early, and just probably might have been a little bit too tight before they kind of found their comfort zone.
So Martin, the pitcher for the Rams, is up to bat. He quickly falls behind the count here, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So, and again, it goes back to kind of what we've been talking about. So this is another opportunity for the Junior Varsity Tigers to play, and they haven't been getting those opportunities, whether it's just due to rain or faulty light or whatever it is.
Whatever the case may be.
So it's hard to get up some momentum sometimes when you're not playing consistently. So again, I think that kind of showed tonight so far. But again, we've got 2 more innings to get ahead of the Rams here.
Right. And this is an excellent week. He could gain a lot of momentum this week with three games in 3 days.
So next pitch was a breaking pitch. Didn't quite find the zone, so the count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch from back behind the backstop, a little towards the first base side for strike 2. So Denslow behind the count here, 0 balls, 2 strikes. Martin works a little more patiently here. Delivers a ball down low. Gets it off the deck almost. And taps it back to the pitcher, who quickly gathers the ball, snags it almost, throws it over to Meade, the first baseman, for out number 1. Next up for the Tigers, the pitcher, Maddox Jackson. Next pitch outside. Wendy did his best framing job there to try to bring it back into the strike zone. But the pitch was taken for ball 1. Next pitch swung on, chopped to Martin again. Martin's momentum, fielding the ball, takes him over first base, so he underhands it to Meade for out number 2. So the Tigers with 2 quick outs here.
Number 16, Keegan Wiener.
I think Martin's seen the fruits of perhaps pitching a little bit more slowly and a little bit more deliberately.
And maybe that was the goal all along. You never know, do you, Dennis?
No.
So he is definitely taking his time here on the rubber, and obviously going from the windup with nobody on here. So sometimes that can slow you down too as a pitcher. First offering to Wayner skips the plate for ball 1. Wayner steps back in the box here. Martin has a delivery, bounces a foot in front of the plate, almost hits Wendy in the mask. So Wayner ahead in the count here, no strikes. Martin's next offering, taken inside for ball 3, so Wayner way ahead in the count here. 3 balls, no strikes. Next pitch, called strike to Keegan. Again, probably had the red light there. Martin gets his sign, starts his windup, delivers. Hit hard towards shortstop Sevitz. Sevitz does a really nice job of getting his glove up on the bounce. Hard hit ball. Gets the ball, fields it, and throws it over to Meade at first base for out number 3. So
yeah, that ball could have very much come up on him, and he did a good job of staying with it. So the Tigers go down in order in the top of the 6th. As we to the bottom of the 6th, Schuyler County still with the lead, 5-3.
Jackson
Need to hold them here and try to make something happen in the top of the 7th.
So Jackson back out on the mound for the Tigers here in the bottom of the 6th inning. No defensive substitutions for the Tigers other than Lake Meyer is now, once Kelly was out of the game, I don't know if you guys talked about this before, but Kelly goes to shortstop. So Beckett Lyons is now out of the game, and Lake Meyer goes to right field. So Wayner comes back into the game after getting his gear on, calls for the ball to be thrown, throws the ball down to second base. Kelly catches the ball down there, flips it into Snyder, who throws it into third baseman White, meeting at the mound before the start of the bottom of the 6th.
Number 14, Cohen Meade.
So Meade, the first baseman for the Rams, steps in. Jackson gets his sign, starts his windup, delivers his first pitch. Taken by Meade, low and outside for ball 1. Next pitch. Up. Taken for ball 2. Meade, a sophomore for the Rams. Next pitch outside, ball 3. So Maddox here in danger of losing the hitter here, Meade. The bottom half of the 6th.
Needs to slow down just a little bit.
Pitch bounced.
Now batting, number 4, Mason Whitney.
To Wayner for ball 4. So again, a quick 4-pitch walk for Jackson. Brings up number 4, the second baseman, Mason Wendy. Next pitch swung on, fouled back. So the younger Wendy here being aggressive. Doesn't matter. It was a 4-pitch walk previous. He's swinging on the
went right
first
up
pitch.
there. He was going to make something happen.
Next pitch from Jackson, taken outside for ball 1. So Jackson here looking over at the runner. Outside, ball 2. Jackson delivers. Swung on and missed.
Good pitch
Strike
there.
2. Definitely ball. So count is now back to even. The 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 on. Next pitch swung on and missed up in the zone for strikeout number 2. So 2 strikeouts in a row after the leadoff walk. Brings up the leadoff hitter for the Rams.
Now batting number 0, Tail Windy.
Probably not a pitch he should have swung at, but luckily he did. So
Definitely. Well, it was a good pitch. So ball is hit deep to left field. Left center field, Corbin Denslow and Camden Perry both come over, but Denslow had the angle and called off Perry for a caught fly ball for out number 3.
So the Rams the runner, but they did not push any runs across. So we had to endure or die 7th with Kirksville trailing Schuyler County 5-3. Excellent play to end that inning.
Definitely. Again, the speedy Denslow. We do have speed in the outfield with Lake Meyer and Camden Perry and Corbin Denslow, but Denslow getting a good read on the ball, a heck of a jump, and getting over into left center field and makes a very nice catch.
Very good communication in the outfield as well, which is extremely important.
Definitely. When you have speed in the outfield where you have rangy players that can get to, I wouldn't say the left fielder could get over to right field, but definitely when you have overlap as far as coverage goes in the gaps, communication is key between your outfielders. So nice job there by the Tigers. So again, we have in the lineup here, we have 5, 6, 7 up for the Tigers. White, Snyder, Showers. So let's see if the Tigers can put something in the pot and turn the burner on high to see if we can get something boiling. Sun's trying to poke its way out from clouds here.
I certainly hope it does. 'Cause it's cold up here.
So the heated are coming on the way home,
Yeah,
right?
I don't know if we're just because we're closer to Canada or what, but
Now batting number 20, Kyle White.
so Kyle White up to bat to lead off the top of the 7th.
White digs in. Martin, his first offering is hit hard down the third base line. Kind of a stick your glove and get the ball, but a nice play by Brownell to snag the ball and make the throw over to first base for out number 1. So
Quick first out, and Sam Snyder now has a chance to make something happen.
definitely a hard hit ball by White there.
Yeah,
so
definitely, solidly.
Next hit. Called strike 1 to second baseman Snyder. Snyder digs in. Showers patient, not trying to swing at the first pitch there. So Showers ahead in the count here early. Catcher Wendy rolls backstop, so Showers move into scoring position. So Camden takes a ball there, so ahead in the count. Runner at second base, 2 out.
Not a good pitch.
Next pitch. Takes something off the ball and finds the strike zone for called strike 1. So the count is now even to Perry at 1 ball, 1 strike. Showers gets his lead second base.
Perry needs to be careful here.
Next pitch. Inside and a little low, but called strike 2. So chokes up on the back. Next pitch for Martin. Low and outside for ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner on second base. Next pitch by Martin. Swung on and missed for strike 3.
So the Tigers put up a good fight, but just cannot get across enough runs and lose to the Schuyler County Rams 5-3 in a very well played game for the most part, very entertaining game. And of course the Tigers are right at it tomorrow at home for their final home appearance of the season as the JV team takes on the Green City Gophers.
So again, I think the theme for tonight is missed opportunities, but the Tigers did get a runner on there in the bottom of the top of the 7th inning. Just couldn't quite get the job done, but anyways, made it interesting for everybody watching YouTube and here at Schuyler County. So again, proud of the effort. Still have to have a short memory, like you said, because we do have another ball game coming up tomorrow night. First pitch will be at 6 p.m. on Tiger Field. So excited to see how the JV Tigers bounce back tomorrow. Definitely some things to work on, but a lot of positive things too
Absolutely.
Seen by the junior varsity Tigers. So again, Tigers fall short in this game to the Schuyler County Rams 5-3, and we will be right back here tomorrow night with the broadcast. For Dennis Miller, I'm Shane Thomas. We wish you all a good night.